What's up? What's good? What's Paul? Crackers, Perkins, what's really good? This your man Theo Butler. Welcome to another exciting episode. I ain't saying, I'm just saying with the Rock With Me Nation. Y'all go ahead. Clap that thing up. Because y'all see what we got going on. I ain't even going to mess with y'all like that. Y'all see it? Black Panther Annual 1. Black to the Future. Written by one Reginald Hudlin. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Reginald Hudlin from the Hudlin brothers. Black Panther BET cartoon. BET executive. Yeah. Black Panther, right. Him, Reginald Hudlin, sure live. He and I had a conversation last week on Twitter about the Abbott Elementary episode where the kids showed up, had on the Black Panther cartoon. Yeah, he created Shorty so both his son and daughter could be Black Panther during Halloween. Show up. Some folks got you convinced there can only be one. It's amazing what we fall for. The creator is telling you for both at the same daggum time. Yeah, that ain't what this for. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the foreword real quick. It say the foreword. I'm gonna go ahead, break this foreword on off. Okay, so here's the foreword. Y'all like Theo? No, I'm gonna give it to you. There are some places you just don't mess with. Wakanda is one of them. Since the dawn of time, Wakanda has been sending would-be conquerors home in body bags. While the rest of Africa got carved up like a Christmas turkey by the rest of the world, Wakanda's cultural evolution went unchecked for centuries. Unfettered by the yoke of colonization, the result, a high-tech, resource-rich, ecologically sound paradise that makes the rest of the world seem primitive by comparison. Ruling over all this is the Black Panther and his queen, Storm. On the day of their wedding, Uatu the Watcher appeared to witness the union. Because it is known that he appears only to record moments of great change and enormous upheaval, many thought that T'Challa and Ororo's marriage would change the world. And as time would tell, it has. Uatu was at that. I got the cover right here to that comic. I got the picture right here. Uatu was at this wedding, and he does only show up when it's something serious going on. And I don't think just somebody getting married is it. I don't think two random superheroes getting married is it. Because I don't think he was there when Scott and Jean got married. Anyway, y'all like Theo? No, I have to go back and check. I'm not even sure he was there when Sue and Reed got married. I checked though. You know I check. Y'all know I will. Anyway, jumping off into this story like only we can as the Rock With Me Nation, we find Uatu, the Watcher, talking to a very small individual. Turns out that small individual is one half of King Solomon's frogs. He wants to know how the Watcher feels knowing that he was right about what the union of T'Challa and Ororo would signify. The signified monkey. Shout out to Rudy Ray Moore. Anyway, the foundation of a dynasty that would rule the world. That's what the King Solomon Frog wants to know. Before we continue, can we big up Larry Stroman and Ken Lashley on the artwork? Like damn, y'all put y'all collectors' feet in this right here. Y'all, I just felt like we needed to acknowledge y'all. All right. That said, we find a Black Panther being celebrated by Wakandans. T'Chaka, because Tawari is out. Mind you, this story takes place several decades from now, that now being 2008 when this comic came out. Turns out T'Challa and Ororo are married. 5 children. 5. I got 5 on it. 5. They got 5. 5. 3 boys, 2 girls. Both girls got white hair. One of whom, T'Chaka, that's the oldest son name, is getting married. We don't really know the names of the other 3 siblings. We don't. We know the son up under him. That's Tawari. A marriage that could cement a Pax Africana. One small problem. Tawari, the second oldest, is missing. or rather not present. T'Challa, understanding the situation as only a parent can, reaches out to Ororo. She's in disguise, thinking like only mothers think when their sons are getting married. But T'Challa needs help in finding Tawari. Still a kid, and he done defeated all Wakandan sensors and trackers. Yeah, they can't find Tawari. And Aurora is proud of her son. If 5 of them, 5. They're going to be a whole problem. Anyway, the girls want to know why they weren't sent after their brother. As he states, T'Challa, finding Tawari wasn't a problem. The words that needed to be used. That's the problem. That's why he went and got Aurora. That said, Aurora finds him and he's angry. Of course he is. We find that the wedding is to solidify the relationship between the Americas and Africa. Tawari wants to know, why should Wakanda be concerned about such a relationship? He wants to know. As Keith Sweat once saying, there's a right way and a wrong way. Right. What we get here, in my opinion, is absolutely brilliant. One of the trickiest things when it comes to writing about black superheroes. Where were they during the slave trade, the civil rights era? You got to be on top of your game to include them in stories that take place during those time frames. You have to be. You got to be prepared to explain certain things and make it make sense. Is that Aurora's ancestor? Because I don't think she was around back then. I know. And we know she did have ancestors. So we might want to go backwards when it comes to Aurora, see what she got going on in her family. Anyway, Reginald Hudlin does exactly this. We find out that Wakanda was responsible for ending the slave trade. Get out of town.
Hell no.
Why does this make sense from a fictional standpoint? Well, we know the Republicans, led by Abe Lincoln, didn't end slavery because they felt like it was the right thing to do. That's not why they did it. That wasn't morally. That ain't what that was. It wasn't a moral decision. Okay. And we know that. That's history. All right. I wish we would have gotten the name of the Panther. This one. The one that ended slavery. So, Mtele. We know Mtele come before Azuri. That's I'm gonna say, yeah, Azuri. So we got Azuri, we got King T'Challa, and then we got before him we got Hunan the Defiant, and then before him we got Ben Hazen the Proud. So Mr. Hudlin, my question to you is, because I'm having the darndest time trying to go back and connect all the dots and everything like that. The Panther that you got in your store, I don't believe it was T'Challa. I don't believe it was T'Challa. But let me see here. Was it King Jada? Because they say here, shout out to Karen, shout out to Karama P. Horn. Karama, yeah. Karama Horn. Shout out to Karama Horn. It says here that a fierce and cunning warrior, the Jada was determined to establish Wakanda as a formidable nation state. So Wakanda is already established. Okay. So we're looking at Ben Hazen. He was never seen without the Dora Milaje. This dude ain't got the Dora Milaje with him. And you know about the Dora Milaje because you coming in with Christopher Priest. Hunan, he has strong feelings about the So was it Hunan the Defiant? That sounded like it would have been him. Was it Hunan? Was it Hunan? Like I said, Hunan, he had a strong feeling about the concept of Black Panther monarchy. He agreed that Wakanda's isolationist practices shielded us from the West, yet he felt Wakanda's had a duty to share their knowledge. So was it Hunan the Defiant? It's got to be. Okay. All right. Well, I'm put the picture up here. I think it's Hunan Defiant. I ain't saying I'm saying. Getting back to the story though, because y'all like this. No, we go, Mr. Hudlin, if you could, please. Thank you. So we get back to the story where we find that Wakanda snuck inside every leader's home and gave them a Godfather deal. I need you to tell us what that Godfather deal was. I'm so serious. I want to know what that was. One they couldn't refuse. That you got to tell me. Mind you, this story is to teach Tawari about wisdom, so of course it goes over his head. He a kid. So when she Aurora tries to explain to him that love is the greatest weapon of all, mentioning leaders like Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King, I know some folks gonna have something negative to say about them too. Just go with the story, okay? Anyway. Tawari asked his mom, how many times have you deleted somebody in a knife fight? Turns out, Wakanda winds up having to take on Pax Americana in the future. They do. Think Civil War on a whole other level, and Wakanda is triumphant. Yep. The heroes wanting to unite the world, thinking they knew better, would first take down Latveria. T'Challa wasn't involved in that. Then Atlantis. And they were out of sight, and they wanted them taken care of. Well, they turned their eyes toward Wakanda, Africa. It was not going down like that. It went exactly like you thought it was going to go. Sure did. And yep, it concluded with a hero losing their life. The hero being Tony Stark. Yep, that's how that went down. Stark's passing with crippled Pax Americana, and with Wakanda being who they are, they'll be glad. Peace was brokered by T'Challa himself. Retiring after that, Shuri would go on to become the next Black Panther. That said, Aurora isn't a fool. She ain't trying to hear none of this from Tawari. He's jealous of his brother, T'Chaka, getting married to Danielle Cage. Yep, Luke and Jessica's daughter. That's that damn. That offspring gonna be hell. Yep, Luke is running things in America. More on that later. This pick, though, Shuri is the Panther priestess. So her marrying them makes sense because T'Challa was the one that divorced them in Avengers versus him. Back to Luke, though. Yep, he's the president of the Americas, still sporting his crown. Y'all see it? He lets T'Challa know he ain't as slick as he think. No. Bro, you step down so you could do more. You ain't slick. Next page over, we find Tawari congratulating the newly married couple. Crisis averted. Let me just say, I can frame this pic, put it in my office, and be good. Y'all see T'Challa. Y'all see Aurora. Yeah, making my heart flutter. As a bodiless voice asks whether or not that's actually going to happen, we flip the page over where we find that's King Solomon. First time seeing it. King Solomon, his frogs are the author and audience of this story. Yeah, because one frog can go forward through time, the other frog can go backwards through time. Crazy. This is a possible future for the couple, T'Challa and Aurora. As the frogs state and agree, they cannot, were the frogs speaking on behalf of Marvel Editorial? Talking about they cannot have the Wakandans rule this world. Who was that? Was that Marvel Editorial? Just asking. Anyway, before they can continue, King Solomon approaches. So they dummy up. They get quiet. Listen, thoughts? Wow. Mr. Hudlin, you packed a lot into that. Made sense from a writer standpoint, from a reader standpoint. Good callback with King Solomon's frog. Oh, that was 5 kids? 5, wow. And then continuing the whole thing, Aurora, T'Challa, T'Chaka, and Danielle. Yeah, that keep it right there. Keep it right there. Yeah, Keep it right there. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed that. Listen. Linda, look it. Black Panther. Annual 1. Don't know when the last time we got a Black Panther annual. It's crazy. Anyway, listen. That's my time. I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with a brother. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, do something like that right there. I can't promise you we coming back to y'all later on tonight, but we gonna drop. We dropping. We heavy this week. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.